there's a fight. Alan steady with the facts, sharp and true. Fuji's fire breaks the calm, splits it in two. Pattison Ave, where the wild hearts run. Talking sports, games, battles, lost and won. Voices rise, break chains, ignite the flame. Fanatic thunder echoing the name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. I'm your host, Tom Kelly. With me, as always, Alan Andrikavage.
What is up, gentlemen? On this lovely Monday night, glad to be back with everybody talking this thing we do. Love
Mike Fuji in the building.
Birds want to know how he pulls off another trade for Hank Bigsby, giving up a 5th and 6th round pick. What is with all the trades and giving these draft picks away? How's everybody doing, fellas?
Just Danny coming.
It is concerning.
Coming back from a week hiatus, and that was my fault. I had a little procedure done a couple of weeks ago, and I'm still trying to get back to 100% here. But we are back in action. We could not convene after an Eagles-Cowboys season opener where a banner was dropped. We would have liked to have seen more out of the offense. At least I know I would have. Defense looked good in the second half for sure. A lot of things to get into, a lot of things to talk about, but let's address the elephant in the room right now and get Spitgate out of the way. Everyone's thoughts. Alan, I'll start with you. You and Fuj were both in the house for the game. What from your perspective, what being up in the stands and all of a sudden a flag gets thrown before a play ever happens?
Yeah, he's dude, I can understand almost in a way, okay? But at the same time, you got to use that shit as fuel, okay? Realizing that you're about to snap the ball and you're about to get payback. Whether he confronted him. They said whatever they said. Either way, Dak did it on purpose. I'm just going to get that out of the room. But he's got to use that as fuel. And on the next play, drive his ass into the ground and then spit right in his face.
Do it all night long.
Yep. It was shocking. It was shocking. It took the wind. It took the wind out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuj, from your perspective, what because you were also at the game, what did you see, or what was the tone in the stadium when it was going on, when people realized he was getting ejected?
I think a lot of people were just baffled, you couldn't see like you can on the TV replay. I mean, my thing is that Dak's the one that initiated it. I mean, if Jalen gets fined, Dak better. Then why didn't Dak get the hell kicked out of the game? He stood behind his lineman, that jackass.
Well, he even stepped through his lineman.
Well, that's right.
He spit through his lineman, and then when Jalen stepped up, Dak stepped out. Like, Dak knew something was going to happen. Dak knew something was going to happen. Either Carter was going to shove him. Something was going to happen. He knew something was going to happen. He baited that young man right into that thing. Well, he smiled and he spit at him, smiled, and then walked through his lineman. He could have easily stayed behind his lineman, and it never would have been an issue.
Well, Jalen Carter better be more mindful, because now that the NFL sees that, it's on notice. Look at the incident last year in the New Orleans game, and Sirianni, practically went after him on the sideline. You're the actor of this defense. You're about to get paid in another year. You better, you better choose your battles wisely, as they say.
Norm said Dak spit on the ground. He spit on Dak. Honestly, outside of the stadium, that's assault.
He's not lying.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah. But you walk up to somebody on the street tomorrow, spit in front of them, look at them, smile, and nod at them, and see what they do to you.
Oh, well, depends on what streets.
Yeah,
depends on what streets. Yeah. In the neighborhood I grew up in, you weren't getting away with that.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I mean,
the neighborhoods we grew up in, you're not getting away with it.
to call it down the middle, to spit at somebody or spit on somebody is like the lowest thing you could do.
It is.
It's the biggest form of disrespect, in my opinion, that you can do.
Well, another thing is too, like, children look up to these guys, and that's the last thing they need to do.
Well, apparently, from what I was reading, a college game a day or two later,
the Gator player.
Well,
there was a guy on the Florida Gators that spit on an opposing player. That now they're going to use that example to they're going to take that into account when they're figuring out how they're going to discipline him, how the league's going to discipline him. So it's already having trickle down effects.
What's with Kelsey getting like suckered or whatever it was? And then,
he got slapped across the face or
what was
whatever the heck it was. Yeah.
Last night there was a fan involved with Lamar Jackson and DeAndre Hopkins.
He pushed Hopkins' helmet, and then Lamar came a few players back, and the Buffalo Bills fan literally came not out of the stands, but reached over the stands and shoved Lamar, almost knocking him over. Lamar reacted, went back at him, shoved him, put his ass back in his seat where he belongs, and then walked off with the rest of his team. But it's like, what's up with all these people, man? People are going crazy.
Well,
snatching balls from kids and old people, and shoving heads and shoving
I know.
players. Like, what is going on with people right now?
Look, I know.
It's crazy. Like, what the
know
hell's going on?
I know we're talking birds and big season opener to go over, but the lady in the stands in Florida, crazy, dude. That is just the worst thing.
Yeah.
That like there's unspoken rules out there. Anybody that's been to a baseball game, you catch a foul ball, you look for a kid to give it to.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You look for a
job.
And the unspoken. I don't care if that ball hits you in the face. If it bounces on the ground and somebody picks it up, it's theirs.
Exactly.
It's theirs.
Not yours.
Period.
Not yours. It was a row in front of her, under the seat in front of her. Like, it's not your ball.
Just a terrible move, which I'm sure she's regretting now.
Oh yeah, I heard she got fired from her job and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
all
the speculatory stuff, whatever. But there's an etiquette to this stuff, and you're gonna get held to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
She probably can't show her face anywhere.
No,
she can't
get a disguise or do something.
She better grow her hair out, dye it black or something, because she's right now. She's in some trouble for sure.
She's in big trouble.
And then some.
All right, so let's jump into this week 1 win here. Okay, a 24-20 victory over your hated rivals in the Dallas Cowboys, which I gotta say they played okay. They played pretty well. Their defense played a lot better than I think we would have given them credit for. I think there was plays left out there by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we have an update that Dallas has been eliminated from playoff contention. Thank you, Norm, for that.
Thank you, Norm. Appreciate it.
Norm.
What did you guys take away from the week 1 win? Fuge, I'll start with you.
Well, I don't want to sound like a homer or cry, but I think these refs pretty much were trying to give Dallas the game. I mean, all the stupid penalties called, about Jalen Hurts getting knocked out of bounds and like nothing called.
That was I saw the couple of plays in question. It was really too close. It was really from being at home and seeing it on TV. It was because I jumped up at first, and then in the replay, it's like, all right, he still had a foot in bounds. Like it was a bang bang play. It wasn't like he was well out of bounds and then got shoved.
Well, luckily Zach Bond called Miles Sanders. If not,
yep,
we'd be 0-1 right now.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you, CD Lamb, for dropping 4 passes, or we'd be 0-1 right now.
Man,
CD Lamb's always giving the Eagles trouble, and Dory Jackson's another story.
He's a total liability. Total liability.
Problem. He's a problem. Quinion. Gave up like 9 catches for 30 yards. Come on.
In no way am I saying that this game wasn't squeaked out. This game was absolutely squeaked out. However,
Dallas played
look,
well.
a divisional game. That Super Bowl hangover thing is legitimate. Really is legitimate. And then on top of that, Dallas had something to prove. Man, they got a new coach in Brian Schottenheimer, and they gave them as much as they could handle on Thursday night. So and then Norm says he hates to say it, but Dak played really well. He did. He didn't play terrible. That's for sure. In the second half, Vic Fangio made adjustments. Along with their D coordinator, made adjustments, and both offenses got shut down in the second half.
It was a complete defensive game.
That delay didn't help, I don't think.
No.
Well, they got Matt Eberflus, the ex-Bears coach, as their defensive coordinator.
So it was. Look, I've said it all off season, and Fangio I trust. So I knew Vic would come out, and kind of assess what they were trying to do. All right. So what about Alan? I'll kick this one to you. What was your assessment of Hurts' play in this first game?
I loved it. He made decisions when he had to. He was smart with the football. There wasn't a lot downfield. Dallas was rushing 4, dropping 7. Right? So they gave the downfield targets to Goddard and some of these other guys.
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, well, Dotson, that was the one long ball.
Yeah,
to Dotson.
John,
one and only.
John Wagner checking in. The delay killed us. I think we would have put up at least another 7 points, but I have to give it to Dallas. They came to play, and they played one hell of a game against us. John, I completely agree with you, buddy.
Absolutely. They showed up.
They showed up. And, look, it's a divisional game with anybody who watches football knows, you can be 15-0 going against a 0-15, divisional opponent, and those games could still be absolute nightmares.
Yeah.
So first game of the season, they got to deal with you dropping that banner. There's a lot. They probably had a pretty big chip on their shoulder.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I was one of them.
And with the best defensive player on the field, period, on both teams, the best defensive player, you lose him before snap 1, that's a problem. So they weathered that storm for sure, because Dallas was able to change their entire game plan once they didn't have to double team Jalen Carter the entire game.
They attacked the middle of the defensive line.
They just ran right up the gut.
They went right. Yep, they went right at the middle of the defensive line, and just
no sacks on Dallas. That's a little murky.
No, he brought what's his name in? Yes, Sunday. It's Darius Smith for the pass rush.
Yep.
Darius Smith. Yep.
He's in his 11th season, but he is a 3-time Pro Bowler. So we'll see. We'll see if he's got anything left in the tank, so to speak.
Go out there, cause some havoc. Let's see what he does.
Bring him in situationally.
Yeah. Until Dean comes back, right? We're still waiting on the Kobe with that injury.
But Jaheed Campbell had a hell of a game.
Jaheed Campbell. He
broke up a couple passes over the middle.
Yeah, so he's a football player, Fuge. He is a football player. He knows
he is. We'll get into our thoughts on his play here in a little bit. No word, John Wagner checking in again. No word on Carter yet. What do you guys think is going to happen? I am so up in the air on what I think is going to happen. I've heard everything from 1-game suspension to 6-game suspension.
Ooh.
And everywhere in between. they're going to make an example out of him. I just don't know how big of an example that they're going to try and make. There's a whole emphasis on respect in the league this year, and I mean, game one before play one, a guy does something like this. I truly believe that they are going to make an example out of him, whether it's 4-game suspension, 6-game suspension. I'm not sure, but I know it's not going to be in our favor. That's for sure.
Right. Well, the one thing that will be in our favor, Xavier Worthy is out with a separated shoulder, and the other wide receiver is still game 2 of his 6-game suspension.
Rasheed Royce.
Yeah, that's it. That's his name. Yep, I couldn't remember his name. Thank you, Fuge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that also plays in our favor. I hate to say it, but
Norm's saying he's starting to think if they didn't hand it down today, he won't be suspended. However, they did, and Norm, you're right. They did say that they were going to make a decision on Monday. I haven't heard anything.
Nothing's come
I
out.
haven't heard anything. No,
Nothing's come out yet. I mean, it would be all over the internet, John Wagner. I'm just hoping it's fine, and I'm hoping there will be a fine on both sides because of this crap.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's going to happen to Prescott. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
Just because of he didn't spit on someone,
The worst thing Prescott did was he spit in his direction, smiled, whatever, and then when Carter came up, he left the huddle, right? So him leaving the huddle, what does that signify to the NFL when they're looking at this? Like, he could have stayed in the huddle and Carter wouldn't have gotten any closer. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
then this whole situation maybe doesn't occur. But he left the huddle and approached Carter. So I don't know. But that's after watching multiple replay after replay after replay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seeing it 5,000 times from different angles.
Yeah.
It had that Jeremiah Trotter getting ejected feel to it. Yeah.
Lane opener.
Ike Reese starting a little trouble.
Yeah.
It kind of had that feel to it, because that was in 05. Was after they went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots and lost in 04. Yep. And then they take your number one defensive player or one of your number one defensive players out. It was like they took a page out of Ike Reese's book.
Yeah. They had a little scrum before the game, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah. I remember sitting there feeling exactly like I did that night. Like, are you kidding me?
Was it D'Angelo Hall and Trotter?
Yeah,
yes.
Yes.
I think it was.
I think it was.
I
know Ike Reese was in there gassing people up, though.
Yes, he was. Because he was a Falcon at that time.
Yeah,
he's WIP several times.
Yep.
Yeah. He was in there.
Love you, Ike. You're a good guy. But hey. Woo.
John says, from what I see of Kansas City this week, I think we've got a great chance. We need a big win here this week with a tough schedule. We got this. This will really help us out. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into the kind of breakdown between the two teams in the game a little bit later on in the show. The NFL is not planning to suspend Carter after his action, according to a Saturday afternoon report from Jarrett Bell and Mike Freeman of USA Today.
That's great to hear.
Well, I will not be upset at that. Find that man all you want.
Yes.
If you want to
take his purse away if you want, but yeah. Keep him in the game.
That's a bullet to dodge.
Yes,
if this is a case and it actually comes to fruition, I will. I'm all about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All about that life.
Absolutely.
So first half defense. What are your guys' thoughts on the first half defense? We already kind of talked about the second half. Were you a little nervous? Did you see some things? Like I said, I know you guys were in the stadium, and the feel and the watching a game in the stadium, you see different things that you don't see on TV. And I mean, Alan, I know where your seats are. Fuji, I'm not sure where you were sitting, but what did you guys see first half defense wise? How were they getting? these chunks of yards.
Oh, Dory Jackson was getting eaten up.
Yeah.
I mean, Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I mean, he was just basically just getting picked on by Dak.
And then the defensive line, the missing Jalen Carter, weakened the whole. It softened our entire running game, changed the whole game plan. Without his 290 pounds in there, 6'7", whatever the heck he is. Without him in there, it changed the entire game plan of everything.
Just running the ball up the gut.
Yeah, it was it. The defense, Dory Jackson is an issue. I think our safety Blankenship, he played well. But who's after him or who's before him? Like, who else is back there playing safety besides Coop? They keep moving him around too, though. So.
Well, Sidney Brown started.
Yeah, he hurt himself though too, didn't he? Didn't he get hurt?
Well,
I thought
in the beginning, Advanced Zoomer tours. He's out for the year with a torn.
Terrible.
The very first freaking play of the game.
First play of the league year of the season for anyone.
Yeah.
Same injuries that Kobe Dean has right now. And like when I had his mom on the show, Miss D said that they're expecting the Kobe to be back by week 5.
Yeah, a couple of shout outs here real quick as we move forward. You guys got to check out the Fuji's Philly Flair. It's a show 7:00 on Wednesday nights. Also, jump on over to Out of the Box Sports. Check out our guys over there, Paul Spencer. They got the Sully Squad. Paul has his Cowboys show, Cowboys Weekly. They got a ton of programming over there at our sister station at Out of the Box Sports Network. So
we
jump
really
over
don't
there.
Promote the Dallas Cowboys one, but you
check
want to check out the others.
out.
That's cool.
The NFC War Room. That'll be
the NFC
yes,
War Room. Yes.
9:30.
So
Norm chimes in and says 7-0 Bears right now. Vikings in the red zone.
Okay, Chicago.
Damn.
That's great news. If it is, I'll wait to see if Carter, the next Dallas game, is going to be a beast. Yeah, I would think the next game he plays, he's got a lot of gas in the tank now. I think he's got a lot he's ready to get out.
Also, not to shift gears, the Phillies are up 1-0 at the end of the 7th.
I'll take it. Yeah, isn't Turner and Marsh on the IL now?
Boom.
Marsh has the flu. Yeah, Marsh has the flu, I think, is what I heard today.
Well, I know they brought up Otto Kemp.
Yeah, so if they can get 2 out of 3 of the Mets missing everything that they're missing, you'll not hear me complaining.
That's actually a 4-game series.
Is it 4? Okay. Yeah. So if you can, I'll even take a split. I'll even take a split series. Yeah. All right, so what are your guys' thoughts on them bringing in Zadarius Smith from Detroit? We talked about it a little bit, but look, any kind of D-line depth at this point, I'll take it. I wish we had some more secondary depth, but
yes.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, I think it's a good move because I was questioning that defensive line anyway, on the edge going into the season. Just like, the secondary. I mean, no swag with GJ here anymore. Slay's gone. You should have re-upped Isaiah Rodgers, or you should have just went out through $6 million at Jair Alexander to play opposite of Quinyon Mitchell.
They only brought him in just in case Carter spits on someone again. Let's get that the out of here.
Hey, there we go. We're back to that. We need big help on that.
That's coming from that Washington fan.
Oh, here we go. I thought it was Dak Tua. That's what I heard. I heard Dak Tua the other day. So look, you got Phillies fans stealing baseball. You got Eagles players hawking loogies on people. Oh man, it's
Gorilla to Phil out there.
And these are all things. These are all things that, and like, I take a beating. I take it. All right, par for the course. And it's like I'm the universal representative for Philadelphia fans up here in Schuylkill County for some reason. And it's like I take all the abuse, but it is what it is. I mean, now the real ones know what the deal is.
Better not fall asleep around any of them.
I think it's a great pick.
Sure
How he
his shoes off.
Looked and seen something
play
he
up
didn't
there.
like and what we need. Look, John, I'll totally agree with you. Howie Roseman does not sit still at all. And if he sees a glaring issue or a spot that can be filled and somebody's floating around, I mean, the guy's the best in the business
He's
for a
doing his
reason.
best to do it.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. I mean, Tank Bigsby's a good running back, but why are we trading for a running back right now? I mean,
That's
a huge question mark.
yeah.
I mean, is AJ Dillon hurt? I mean, I don't think Barkley got nicked up.
No, but Shipley, I got his name right. Holy, I got his name right. Food,
Will Shipley.
yeah, Shipley. Shipley played a heck of a game.
Oh, he did.
He played a heck of a game. So yeah, I agree with you. Why?
So I don't know
Why,
I don't know why you
There's
need
gotta
a
be
running back.
reason why you traded for Tank Bigsby and gave up a 5th and 6th round pick.
There's got to be something on the line. Maybe somebody tweaked something. I'm not sure. Let me ask you guys a question. Was this an ugly win?
Yes.
Would you consider this an ugly win?
I would
John
say,
Wagner checked in. He agrees. Shipley played one hell of a game.
I mean, these guys. I mean, technically, this is preseason. These guys didn't see no time, in the preseason at all. So the next 2 to 6 weeks or at least the first month of September. I mean, these guys are getting their feet wet. I mean, why did AJ Brown only have one target?
Yeah.
But I mean, we say getting our feet wet, and then you just sit back and you watch that Sunday night football game last night, Baltimore Buffalo, and you watch them guys go out there and dude, that seemed like a week 9.
Yeah,
9 football game going.
They were clanging and banging all night long.
It was
a heavyweight
insane.
fight. Well, I think that's become a rivalry over the years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But disappointing win. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I thought we could do better. I thought we could do better.
This is a trick question. It's not a trick question, Jess. It's because I'm asking because it feels on the surface like it's an ugly win, but then when you break it down, or at least when I broke it down and it's a tale of two halves, with one half having a very big delay in it. Mm-hmm. In the second half, the defense was the show, and in the first half, they were nowhere to be found on either team. There was no defense, so not necessarily a trick question. Just my initial reaction is, like this was an ugly win, but when I look at it more, I'm like, was it really? Adjustments were made at halftime,
and then the second halftime even helped even more.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the question wasn't meant to trick anybody. But,
I think disappointing more than ugly.
I'll take disappointing. Let me jump to one of this guy is flying up my chart of favorite players on the team. Jahad Campbell looks like he is the real deal. Now we have a snack size sample of young Mr. Campbell, but from every single thing that I'm seeing, his awareness, he's a ball hawk. His size coupled with his speed is he's flying up my list of favorite. I'm big on top 5, top 10, top 20 lists of everything in life. And he's definitely into my top 10 of favorite guys on this team right now.
Yeah. See your next jersey.
Well,
Eagles jersey.
No, Jalen Carter would probably be my next Eagles jersey. Now, if I continue to shed these LBs, maybe I'll start tilting into the linebackers. But I'm going to stay lineman for right now. I look kind of goofy.
Give yourself a little sexy.
We're working on it, pal.
Jahad Campbell can play. His football IQ's up there, man. You saw
Yes.
I mean, he can just play football. Kid can play. If he can stay healthy and stay on the field, he's gonna be he's gonna be one of the best pickups that I think we've made in a long time.
It's the way Philadelphia's been winning for years. John Wagner says they don't always look nice. Their defense holds them up. While we're up a few points. Yeah. I mean, last year wasn't the case. The offense kind of, they were putting up.
The offense had their moments of where like the defense didn't have to worry. The defense got a break, but the defense come up big last year, man. Back to Fuji's comment earlier about losing CJ TJ. I think that's a big hit.
That's a huge.
I really do. I really think that's.
It was after he left. In the 23 season.
Yep.
We missed him, and then he's back. And they get back to a Super Bowl and win it, and then he's gone again. And you could definitely see the lack of stability in that secondary when he's not there. Norm checking in. Thoughts on the ref getting their feet wet, not calling stuff in crucial plays. I think it went both ways. I think refs need a couple of games to get stuff under their belt too, and what they're going to allow and what they're not going to allow.
We go through this every year though with these zebras. Like, what?
No, I didn't see it.
I
didn't see it when it happened. But watching the replays back, what happened with the dude who punched the Dallas guy who punched the Eagles player, and it wasn't called. He just like. Blocking him. I'm tired of blocking you. I'm just going to punch you in the face. Just full on left-handed, just punch him right in the face. Like
nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
It does go both. It does go both ways. I saw a lot of things, a lot of issues where on the play where Hurts ran for the first down, there was a glaring holding call by a lot of that didn't get called. Thanks, Norm. Thanks to that. There it is. Asking you shall receive. As a producer on my show, I would like you to
give me the punch in the face.
Yeah, where's the punch in the face at, Norm? You don't pull that up.
I'll say this.
It sucks when you have. Here we go.
Okay, that is a punch in the face.
You're a couple too.
That's a punch in my face.
Well, Jay would put this team.
I said a face, didn't I?
Jay would put this team on his damn back and went for dinner, and hey, when you got Michael Jordan up in the stands, and you're working with that man.
You got to go ball out.
Well, yeah, that's why he's the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that is.
Dude, he played. Jalen played great. 19 for 23. 150 some yards, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
He did what he needed to do to win the football game. Again, we all know the second half was each defense had everybody's number, and then the CeeDee Lamb got brick hands, drop. I say drop 3. That last one that he dove for, if he caught that, dude, I would have, probably jumped out of my second story window.
Quentin Mitchell should have had 2 interceptions.
Yes.
At least
there's a reason he's in the secondary and not a wide receiver.
Yeah.
What about that one-handed catch that Jalen threw to Barkley one-handed?
Ooh, and then the stiff arm?
Yeah.
That was nasty.
That was impressive. That was impressive, man.
For sure. So when the Kobe Dean comes back, what do you do if Jihad Campbell continues to increase his productivity? Which, if he's going to build on what he did in Game 1, I mean, this guy feels really legit. What do you do with Kobe Dean at that point? How do you get him into that rotation? We still have Trotter Jr. too.
Yeah.
Well, the best depth on this defense is the linebackers, without a doubt.
Yeah, so you could always move, and because Dean's big enough and fast enough, you could always move in the edge if you needed to. He played a little edge in college, didn't he? Yeah, but he's definitely fast enough to play the edge position. If Jihad's playing lights out where
if he's balling out, why?
And you want to get Dean. Yeah, and you want to get Dean on the field. You just gotta move them around. And Fuji, we trust. Not Fuji, but Fangio.
We trust
Fuji
Fuji
too. But Fangio. I mean, you take these guys like Zach Bond, and Zach Bond had a heck of a first game. So
I'm getting a T-shirt made in Fuji. We trust.
Yes, I want one. Okay, because I said it. But
there we go. In Fuji, we trust.
Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
All right, let me spit it back to you guys.
It's going to be interesting when D comes back because
it is.
Campbell is the impact player that he seems like he's going to be. No, also had a pretty good game too, Makuba. I mean, him and Campbell were like right in there.
Yep.
On a lot of plays.
It was nice to see. Let me jump over to the other side of the ball here real quick. What do you guys think about Kevin Patullo's first game as OC? What did you like? What didn't you like?
Go ahead.
I
don't know why they didn't go down the field outside to Jahan Dotson.
Right.
Why'd you play conservative, dink and dunk? That's all it was.
And
it was dink and dunk, Fuge, but that's all Dallas was giving us. Dallas was rushing 4, maybe 5, maybe keeping a linebacker and dropping 6 or 7. They were not gonna give up the big play.
Well,
to AJ Brown, to Devontae Smith. They were not giving it up to those two guys.
Well,
they were playing that deep coverage. That's how Jalen had 60-some yards rushing. Like they gave that underneath all day. That's all Dallas was going to give, and that's what Dallas gave us, and we took it. And sometimes that's just how you gotta. Sometimes that's just how you gotta go.
So it feels like when second half adjustments were made on the Dallas defensive side of the ball, a counter adjustment was not made by Patullo. And some people I heard in some circles and some talks that worried some people. Is that how you saw it? Did you see it as Patullo didn't counter adjust, or did you just see it as it was still what they were giving us, and they were not going to get burnt over the top, period, and that's how they were playing?
Yeah, that's honestly how I feel. I feel like they were not going to get burnt over the top. They were not going to give that big play to AJ or Devontae. They just weren't going to let it happen.
Oh my God.
And then Dotson's not that guy. So
we'll see your team. We'll see your team in less than a week, there, pal.
Well, Dallas Goedert had a heck of a nice game too. 7 receptions.
Yes, he did.
For 44
yes,
yards
he did.
Over the middle.
Yes, he did.
He was on my bench. He was on my bench in fantasy because I had Tyler Warren starting. But Tyler Warren got me 14. So Goddard only got 8 or 9. So I'll take it. Sure. But it was nice. It was nice to see some life out of DG, especially after the off season of whether is he staying, is he leaving, and all that stuff. So it was good to see. It's good to see him, get some catches.
Yes,
for sure.
You needed them, and they were big ones, dude. They mattered.
Now we got. Has anybody heard anything on Landon Dickerson?
No.
He is an Iron Man and a warrior, but this guy takes a beating. As soon as I saw him get rolled up on, I was like, thankfully it wasn't leg stuff, but back stuff can be finicky. Ryan Neff from
Ginch.
The Ginch. The evening sports show with the Ginch and Student Body Right checking in. Chiefs aren't winning this week. At least we can agree on something.
Yep. They're missing Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice, right? Did we talk about that?
And especially if Jalen Carter comes back in, they'll be able to rush for.
Yeah.
They'll be able to rush for and hopefully give Mahomes fits.
Absolutely.
Like he did in the Super Bowl, get in that face. Just don't spit. Don't
Make
spit.
him run around. Make him run around. You can spit in his face. Just get him on the ground.
You know what? I think that did pretty well for their first role as a starting full-time right guard is Tyler Steen. I think Tyler Steen played a pretty good game. You know, you didn't hear his name too much. So it was nice to see that we can get some stability there at the right guard position.
Wasn't the Landon Dickerson issue was back? Excuse me for
yes, it was. So when you get rolled up on and it's your back, he like maybe went to step and got rolled up on and pulled something back there. Hopefully it's something that's manageable. There could be a pain management regimen that they could put him in, and hopefully we can get him back here this week.
Little ice bath, little whatever else they do. Who knows? They work miracles.
Never mind.
Booge, I saw the wheels.
Different show.
Saw the wheels turn. Show. That's a post. It's a post.
Came out with that.
That's the poster pre-show, Fuge. It's not here, buddy. It's a poster pre-show.
I'm not saying nothing.
That's fine.
They got Fuji Flares every Wednesday.
Yes. You don't want to check out our pre or post game shot. Promise you that.
We don't need that on tape.
No, sir. So Saquon was relatively neutralized by the Dallas defense. He didn't really do much either. 60 yards. You think this week he'll have a bit of a bigger role in the offense?
Well, that Chiefs team didn't really look too good the other night. Let's ask the Ginch. That's the ring, as I call him, the ring chaser.
The ring chaser. Oh man. I think they're gonna work. I think they're gonna work Saquon in when they work him in. I definitely don't think they're gonna use him and abuse him like they did last year. I could be totally wrong. It's week 2, But what do you have? 200 carries last year? 300? I mean, he had 2,000 yards. I don't even know. He had a hell of a lot of carries. Let's cut that in half. So whatever number he had, let's say he had 200, he gets 100 carries this year. That's If
Saquon Barkley only has 100 carries this year, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh, dude, he already had 20, so my math is off. Or 18.
That's why I'm giving you crap.
Yeah, he's already at 18. But you get what I'm saying. Like the dude's going to be a weapon, and when he gets the ball, he's going to make it count. But teams are going to be vying on him. So, like, when he comes out of the game, it could be Will Shipley or AJ Dillon making one of those huge ass runs where we're used to Saquon making those runs.
Shipley got one in the NFC Championship game last year. Yeah. I mean, it's this when this offensive line is at full strength and clicking. A lot of things are possible.
Absolutely.
Let's go back to the Super Bowl last year. Now, did Spags lay the blueprint on how to shut down Saquon Barkley? I believe so.
Or did the Eagles know that they were going to key in on Saquon and use him more of a decoy than a weapon in that game? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is there.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that the Eagles came out and dominated on both sides of the football. And regardless if Spags had the blueprint for stopping Saquon, he
didn't have the blueprint to stop the rest of the offense.
That's what I'm saying. He forgot about everyone else that we have. So I think our offense has the potential to be so dangerous.
Right.
But you can only key on so many factors, right?
Right.
That you can only key in on so many places. You can take AJ and Devontae out of the game. Okay, well then Saquon and Dallas and Dotson underneath can just destroy you the rest of the game.
Well, back to the question. I mean, let me ask, what do you guys think of Patullo's game calling in week 1?
It was a little bland. But at the same time, from what I could tell, like I said, I didn't get a chance to sit back and rewatch it. But the coverage was there. It was deep man. coverage. So the underneath was open, and whether or not that was Petula's play calling or just Jalen taking what was like, just Jalen doing Jalen, taking what was there. I don't know.
That's more where I was leaning towards. I think new OC, new offense once again for Jalen. Probably doesn't have 100% of the offense. Probably left him a lot of wiggle room to work his way out of plays that he may not have felt comfortable with, or if he didn't see anything rolling through his progressions quickly, then they probably gave him a lot of self opting out of those plays. That's more how I see it. And obviously, he made a lot of right decisions and
he did. He played a hell of a game.
I think the aerial attack, as he gets further into the season, I think the aerial attack for this offense is better, but I do believe it will open up more. It's an entirely new playbook. I'm sure he took some things from last year's offense, things that he was comfortable with. But any OC coming in is going to want to kind of put their own spin on things. So once again, it's Jalen in a new offense. It's going to take some time to kind of get things up to speed, as we all know. So
absolutely.
Well, there's another question for you guys. Eagles had 9 penalties for 110 yards.
That was insane. You cannot. Dude, we're lucky to win a football game with 9 penalties for that many yards. You're lucky to win a football game.
All right.
Not to mention a football game against a divisional rival.
Yes.
And all the other factors that factor in, missing Jalen Carter. So there was a lot of ways the Eagles could have lost that game.
Okay, let's rephrase it. It was an ugly win.
Okay. All right. So we'll take it. It's an ugly win.
Now that we brought up the penalties, that's an ugly win.
Well, considering Dallas only had 4 penalties for 42 yards.
Right.
As opposed to what the Eagles had.
True that.
I don't know if that's more disciplined or more cash. I'm not real sure.
No.
I don't want to speculate either way.
It's good to get it cleaned up early.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the matchups against the Chiefs this week? How are you liking the Eagles' chances this week, and when, especially if Jalen Carter is not suspended for this game?
Either way, even if Carter does end up getting suspended with Casey's injuries to two of their top wideouts, I think I don't see why we can't win this football game. I don't want to say it's going to be a blowout. I think I said Birds were going to beat the Cowboys 28-14. We obviously saw what happened. I'm going to go realistically. Like, it's going to be a close game, but I definitely think the Eagles have the upper hand when it comes to this Sunday's football game.
Fuge.
Say the Eagles win. Score-wise, I don't know right now, but Justin Herbert was picking that Kansas City defense apart on Friday night, and just to say what Alan talked about with Rasheed Rice out, and who's the other receiver?
Xavier Worthy. Now, how big of an impact are those two guys missing this game going to have?
I really think it's going to affect it big time. I really do. Yeah, you saw because Rasheed Rice was already out, right? He was already serving 1 game suspension. He was already out. You saw what happened when Worthy and Kelsey ran into each other, and Worthy went out.
Kelsey jacked him up.
Oh, dude, did he do it on purpose? I don't know. It almost looked like it. He lowered his shoulder and everything.
I hope he didn't do it on purpose.
No, it was. But hey, whatever. But he's out because of that, and I don't know. I think it's good for us. Especially our secondary. It's going to help our secondary while we figure out what we're doing.
And we better figure out something fast, because that's going to be a point of exploitation in no time.
Yes. Except over on Quignano Obey. That'd be the only safe spot.
It's quite obvious what teams are going to do.
Yeah,
they're going to stay completely away from him. And they're going to go right after Adoree Jackson. and it's not even
or whoever else you stick out there. Yep, they're just going to go.
Exactly.
Yep.
No,
Go ahead, Fuge.
no, I was just looking at the stats from Friday night. I mean, Hollywood Brown had 10 receptions for 99 yards. Juju Smith 5 for 55, Kelsey 2 for 47. But
Juju Smith's still on that team.
Yeah,
God, I hate that guy. I don't know why. I hate that guy.
It's just probably because you don't like his name. Don't like his name. Makes me angry. Is this Chiefs team better or worse than the team we played in the Super Bowl?
Worse.
I would say
worse.
I would say worse, right? Starting the season 0-1.
Yep. They're
for
worse.
sure.
Dude,
well,
we started the downfall. Super Bowl 59. I mean, they're coming in with they have to get that brick off of their chest of getting destroyed in the Super Bowl, and that takes a lot. We're coming in
now.
right,
Now you got a target on your back again. Week 2, you're going against the Chiefs. They got something to play for.
They do have something to play for.
No.
They do. I just don't know if they have enough left in the tank itself to actually make it happen. It's an older team, I believe. I don't know too much about their
my
Chelsea's
buddy,
up there. Everybody's up there.
My buddy Vaughn Vassay checking in. The Green Wave would beat the Eagles now. Come on. The Green Wave got shellacked this past week. Okay? Let's not try and compare them to the 1-0. No. They're high school Nativity Green Wave.
My bad.
So we'll see how the boys bounce back this week over there at Nativity High School. Look forward to getting over on that field Wednesday, talking to the head coach, maybe a couple of players.
Get that cardio in, boys.
They had a rough game. This past week. Hopefully they can bounce back. It'll be, I believe, their first home game of the season. So it'd be nice to see the Nativity Green Wave, do a little bounce back here. But anyway, let me ask you guys a question about the Kansas City Chiefs head coach, because I've wondered this, and I've wondered what other people have thought about this for quite some time now. Where do you rank Andy Reid all-time head coach?
Oh, man.
Up there.
Bougie, please go first.
Wow. Definitely one of
the. Now, are we mentioning Andy Reid in the same breath as the Bill Walshes, the Chuck Knowles? Look.
You almost have to. Dude,
how many?
Now Belichick had 6, so he's kind of sitting up there in a class by himself. But
the pedigree that he has with us, championship after championship after championship, Super Bowl, and then he leaves, and then he just picks it right back up. That's not you just don't do that as a head coach.
Not at all. Credit where it's due.
Absolutely. And until this day, I might get a lot of hate for this, but Andy Reid and Donovan McNabb brought winning back to Philadelphia.
Yes, they did.
Before them, we were still at the bottom. We still were the laughing stock. And then they came along. They brought winning back to Philadelphia. They brought the culture back to Philadelphia. And here we are.
There were a couple of good years in those Buddy Ryan eras, but not sustained success like in the Reid McNabb era for sure. Those early 2000 teams, not in 99. I mean, Andy's first year in 99. That was rough, but you're taking over a nightmare from the Rhodes co-tight kind of era.
Yes.
The post-Buddy, pre-Reid era. But, he absolutely he's still the winningest coach in Eagles history, right?
Yep. Yes.
And now the winningest coach in Kansas City history.
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
So
you got to give it up to Big Red. You got to.
But where do you put him? Where do you put him on the? I mean, he's probably in the top 5. I would think he's in the top 5 all time.
No arguments with that.
Yeah, I don't want to give him a number, but yeah, I'd say top 5. Anywhere in the top 5.
It's hard to give him a number.
I don't know who would you put it. Who's won?
It's got to be Belichick. It's got to be the guy won 6 Super Bowls as a head coach. You know, he's got 6 Lombardi trophies. He's got one for the thumb on the other hand. Like that's as much as it makes me want to throw up in my mouth to say it. You have to go. The guy won 6 Super Bowls. Now, yeah, he had Tom Brady, and I understand that.
0 after Brady, though. None after Brady.
Correct.
None.
And Brady got 1 after him.
Yep. A totally new system, like everyone likes to say about Jalen. We got a whole new system again, dude. It's week 1. It's like a preseason game. Like Food said, let's do this. Come on, we're good.
I give credit to Andy where it's due, but a lot of people don't realize this. When Andy Reid came to Philly, you had Dawkins, you had Troy Vincent, you had Bobby Taylor, you had Trotter, you had Hugh Douglas on that defense.
They were all young, though. They had cultivated, and that's a lot of Jim Johnson, too.
Well, you also had Trey Thomas, the left tackle. You had Deuce Staley in the backfield.
Sean Andrews.
And you know, well, Andy drafted Andrews in 2004, but, you know, Reed walked in here with probably one of the better secondaries that were coming up. I mean, Doc was only in his 4th year. Troy Vincent was a free agent from Miami. Bobby Taylor was drafted in 95.
Yeah, but then they went out. They went out and got Krell Buckholder, Brian Westbrook. Right? Oh, they brought in
signed Runyon to play right tackle.
Yeah,
to take a Villanova running back and turn him into what Brian Westbrook turned into.
Yes,
that's
pretty
impressive.
In our own backyard too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's before we get out of here, we only got a couple of minutes left. Let's go to score predictions for Sunday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Alrighty. All right. I see both teams scoring in the 30s. Let's go. Like I said, I think it's going to be closer than I want to say. So 38-35 Birds.
Barn burner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So talk about a real shootout, huh?
Yeah, man.
You go, Tom. I'm still scared. I don't know what I want to say.
I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, that did it. 35.
It's tough.
38-30.
It's tough. Let's say 31-24 Birds.
There we go. I'll take that.
I'm going to go 31-21 Birds.
31-21. I like it.
All right. So
like
there
it.
you have
I like those
it.
better than mine.
Yeah, a little bit of distance in between those two scores. Well, look, everybody, it's been we had a week off. Hopefully, I'm going to be not needing any more weeks off here for the foreseeable future, God willing, and the creek don't rise, as they say. But that's going to do it for our show tonight. For Alan Andrikavich, for Mike Fuji, I'm Tom Kelly. This is the Pattison Ave Phanatics Show. We're out of here.